but I don't really like to wear gloves for stuff like this because I wind up chasing the piece all over the room all the time because I can't feel whether I'm holding it right or not. So, but it's kind of dangerous, I suppose. I mean, you know, not dangerous, but you can skin your fingers and try to avoid it. Usually I can avoid it. This thing has quite a speed range, and I don't set it all that high for this. If I do, the same thing happens. It ends up flying across the room a lot. And it's faster, but it doesn't really end up being faster. Anyway, so yeah, what I did was I rounded off, sort of made a boat kind of a thing inside of the angle that's going to go on the curve of the violin. And then I took down these edges. Really what I need to do is take down the whole thing. But I thought if I didn't take the edges down a little bit, it was going to be hard to keep a sense of keeping track of what I was doing here, getting a clear idea of how much I was taking off. So that's the main reason why I did it. So after I take down the edge, then I'm taking down this surface. Tricky. It's a little bit hard to know how you're doing, you know. Don't worry. I'm not going to worry too much about the straightness of it immediately, because I can take it and as long as I don't get too off, which hopefully I won't, then I can put it on sanding block to get it back to a good angle. But it needs to have a fair amount of material taken off, so that takes forever in the sanding block, so that's why I'm doing this mainly. Oh, plus it gets really hard to hold the thing up against the sanding block as it gets smaller and smaller. I mean, it's hard to hold it up against this thing too, but you don't have to do it for as long. So I don't know, I'm going to leave it at that and take the other one down a little bit. This one was smaller than that one to begin with, so I'm not going to take it down as much. But I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to, first I'm going to take the edges off. Knock the edges off. And the reason I do that, as I was saying before, I think I explained it before, so once I take the edge off, it's easier for me to see when I'm taking the side off. You know, if I take off like the amount that I knocked off the edge until it starts to look like an edge again, then I have a clear idea that that's how much I sanded it. And I don't want to go any further than that. I'm guessing, of course, but it's an educated guess, hopefully. Same thing I'm going to do over here. First take off an edge, then take off another edge. It's the same edge, just two sides, because I can't do it all at once because I'd be sanding my fingers. Okay. Now, I don't know if that's right or not. We'll see. I need to grease this fucker. No, I think did I grease? I greased one of them. I think it was this one. Yeah, I think he's been greased, so that's good. If you don't keep those things lubricated, they get fucked up. Now, if it was a snake, it would have bit me. A lot of times when things get out on the workspace, you know, look and look, and I don't see them because it just gets so cluttered that, you know, I got used to clutter. Looking at clutter, and I start to look at it as one thing instead of a series of things. It's just the clutter. And therefore, when I look, I see the clutter. I don't see the individual thing I'm looking for. Anyway, so I have this scalpel here. I'm going to score this a little bit, about a half an inch from the edge, and then I'm going to slice the wood. The reason I'm doing this is because one piece of wood that I got there, a piece of the veneer is, well, the way I sanded it is sort of, was hand done, and I didn't get it thin enough, so it's going to hold the piece too far out. It's just not going to look right. It'll be okay, really, but it's not going to look right. I'm trying to make it look right. And I figure if I ever get this done, no, I mean, it will get done. And if someone ever goes in to work on this violin again, I don't want it to look totally jumbled up, because I'm afraid they'll think, oh, this is just too fucked up. They won't want to do it. In fact, it's not going to be fucked up. It's just some things don't match up quite right. So if I notch this, it'll match up closer, and it won't look so bizarre. That's all. Probably can't see what I'm doing. So may as well